Entertainment has returned to the Disneyland Resort. Some construction projects are underway, and we'll take a look at that. And of course, holiday crowds. There's so much to touch on, so many things to talk about. It's time we drop in to Disneyland. What's happening, my friends? Wade for the Kingdom Report, hanging out with you once again to cover all the latest updates coming out of the happiest place on Earth. Here we are, Labor Day weekend, and the crowds have indeed returned. We've seen them ebb and flow over the last couple weeks. There's even been periods of absolute silence, but now they have returned, and we'll get into that here in just a bit. Once you pass through the tunnels in Town Square, you'll notice big lines for the Mickey Pumpkin. That jack-o'-lantern is one that will continue to demand big lines throughout the entire season. I'd say the best time of day to get a photo, probably 1 or 2 p.m., if at all possible. It is the heat of the day, but it might just be less of a wait. Carnation Cafe on Main Street USA set to return next week, September the 16th. We can't wait to see this hallmark of the Main Street experience return in the near future. But as one location sets to return, we are losing another. That's right. Officially having closed its doors this past week, Main Street Photo Supply, the home base location for PhotoPass on Main Street USA, has unfortunately closed its doors forever. In fact, the Main Street Photo Supply, along with its counterpart over at California Adventure, the Kingswell Camera Shop, have officially shut down and will no longer be doing the physical print process that so many Disneyland guests have come to know. As a matter of fact, they've set up a makeshift location, that's what we'll call it, just to the left-hand side of California Adventure's main entrance near Ticket Booth 3. You'll see basically a table and some umbrellas. It's very unassuming, and hopefully they'll get a permanent home here in the near future. As they go more digital, there isn't a need for the physical products anymore. Moving into Adventureland, we do see automatically that wait times are already high, 60 minutes for Indiana Jones Adventure, and this is pretty early in the morning, so already spiking into realms we haven't seen in over a month. And we also see in Adventureland that going under scrims, the Tarzan's Treehouse attraction. Yeah, I was just up here a couple of days ago, and this, I don't believe, was even scheduled for a refurbishment, but off it goes. Hopefully everything's okay, and it's just a touch-up, but this seemed quite sudden, and usually that means there's an emergency repair that needs to happen when you see it and it's not planned. However, things do look like they are underway, and hopefully we'll get it back here very quickly. You'll notice that signs have now been erected here in New Orleans Square to indicate which direction you should travel, due mainly to the construction that's going on for the new Pelican's Landing. This is the 2-level seating area on the waterfront that is going to be attached to the Harbor Galley restaurant. You just see here some of the progress that's being made. It's right across from the Haunted Mansion for a reference point, and this location in general is going to be pretty epic views of the rivers of America, and no doubt will be upsold for Fantasmic when that returns. Great news in New Orleans Square elsewhere, and that is that facade work is complete on many of the facades throughout New Orleans Square. We have seen in recent months lots and lots of scrims completely covering these balconies, and now everything is back, refreshed, and looking nice. But one thing that still remains under scrims is the former Le Baton Rouge store. This is something we've been covering for you in recent updates. It sounds like this might become something of a food location now. Disney has been very quiet about the reasoning behind the overhaul, but we do see signs in the window that kind of make you think they are going that direction. So at any rate, we move along here to the Haunted Mansion Holiday, and we are so pumped to have this attraction back in action. I know that this is something that demands huge lines throughout the day, and they are prepared for it, ropes everywhere, and yes, they end up using all that additional queue space outside. Sometimes even wait times up to 60 plus minutes to get into this very efficient attraction. But now that Haunted Mansion Holiday is back, we should take a look inside and get an idea as to just what's in store. Jack Skellington and his friends scaring up good fun at Haunted Mansion Holiday now through January the 9th. We move into ToonTown, where you see work being done on the rooftop of the Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway building, and work being done outside is mainly foundational at this point. You do see the steel structure, the skeleton of what used to be one of the main stores here in ToonTown. This will serve as the entrance to the new attraction when it officially opens. Looking forward to seeing a lot more progress here in the coming months as Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway takes shape. And author Ray Bradbury's vision of a Halloween tree is back once again. This is something Disneyland diehards absolutely love. You never know in Frontierland when you're walking through if you might be getting stared at from above by a sinister-looking pumpkin. Yeah, so the next time you're in Frontierland, look up. You might just have something looking back at you. And across from the Halloween tree, a special area here in Frontierland dedicated to Dia de los Muertos. That is the Day of the Dead. It's a Mexican holiday celebrated in Mexico and elsewhere. It's associated with the Catholic celebration of All Saints and All Souls Day. It's held November 1st and 2nd, and the multi-day holiday does involve family and friends gathering to pray for and to remember friends and family members who have passed on. This is also a great location to meet Miguel from Coco. Yeah, there he is, hanging out saying hello because, of course, Coco revolves around that holiday in particular. Taking a look-see at the wait time board here for Disneyland Park on the holiday weekend reminds all of us just how busy it is. In fact, the Disneyland app ended up quoting, I do believe, Indiana Jones Adventure as being the highest wait time of the weekend at 65 minutes. Further up Main Street USA we go, and Miss Tilly is ready to admit you into seeing one of Mickey Mouse's animated flicks at the Main Street Cinema. She's, of course, decked out in her Halloween's best, bless her. Elsewhere on Main Street USA, the Dapper Dans of Disneyland have officially returned. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time since Disneyland reopened, the Dapper Dans are back. The sense of normalcy means so much. They are a treasure and absolutely one of the cornerstones of entertainment at this park. The popcorn cart in Town Square has returned. This was something that we noticed was missing in recent weeks. It's back. Unfortunately, its counterpart, the churro cart that faces great moments with Mr. Lincoln, that has not returned. So perhaps we will see a churro cart in our future, but at least we've got our popcorn back. We scoot out into the esplanade now, where lines and lines and lines of people were waiting to park hop over to California Adventure. This is at 1 p.m. when park hopping is first allowed to start happening, and so everybody leaves Disneyland and heads over, and everybody leaves California Adventure and goes the opposite direction. Buena Vista Street is even more decked out with Halloween decor than what we saw even just a couple of days ago. It is officially ready and rocking with the Halloween delights, and you see here these purple banners throughout Buena Vista Street and even into Hollywoodland. So vibrant and adds such a touch of magic. Clarabelle's Hand Scoop Ice Cream is the place we are heading next because I really wanted to try the Cookies and Candy Sundae. This is one of those new Halloween-themed treats. It's so cool that they have these back for us to enjoy, not just the Sundays, but Halloween and seasonal types of foods available on most menus throughout the resort. And this did not disappoint. In fact, it was delish. And we might just have to relabel it Diabetes Explosion because it was pure sugar and so good. Yes, look at this. On Buena Vista Street, the Headless Horseman photo op is back. Oh, this is such a cool statue and looks even cooler at night. Goofy the Ghost was out saying hello in his Halloween attire, and it was so cool seeing him and all the characters in their Halloween costumes. We move into Cars Land, where I wanted to make mention that Luigi's Rollickin' Roadsters becomes a Halloween-themed attraction at this time of the year, so you can hop on these cars, and they dance to Halloween songs now. It's a lot of fun. Moving through Cars Land and Radiator Springs was Vampire Mater, and then, of course, Sea Captain Cruz. Yes, Cruz the Pirate zipped on by. This land has so many amazing creative nods. You absolutely have to check out Cars Land when next in California Adventure. In recent updates, we've been covering how the Boating Bakery tour is often closed when I'm around. However, it was open on this day, so I stuck my head inside. This, of course, is the bakery tour where you get to take a look at how all the sourdough bread is made for the Pacific Wharf area. You even get to grab yourself a sample on the way in as well. They let me know that this location is only open when they have staffing or on busy weekends, kind of like the weekend that I was here on. So check it out.
Out of there, troops! salute, soldiers.
Well done.
Good luck on your mission, water patrols. May it come swimming. We appreciate you. This welcome is as warm as an easy way down. At ease, soldier.
You never know when a mini cavalcade might roll on through. Mr. and Mrs. Incredible, Frozone, and of course the Green Army Men from Toy Story. Always so cool to see them. Coco has taken over the back corner of the Festival Gardens park area, and this is mainly to celebrate Dia de los Muertos, as we covered over in Disneyland and Frontierland, but this is a much more expansive celebration of the holiday, as well as all kinds of activities you can take part in. One of the very I think most heartwarming of all the things that they offer is the Tree of Life that you get to be a part of. This is free. You can come in and essentially write on some paper some memories of your family that have passed on, your family that are no longer with you, and you can hang this on the tree itself as a form of remembrance to those that you love. You come in here and look at some of these messages, and they are quite touching, to say the least. So definitely something that I know a lot of families like to take part in here at California Adventure whenever this Coco celebration happens back here in Festival Gardens Park. In addition to that, you can also meet Puppet Miguel. Yeah, he hangs out back here with his puppeteer, and you can slide on in here for some quick photos if you'd like. And right next door to that, you have the Paradise Garden Grill, which is going through its own sort of re-theme for this celebration, which is fantastic, because if you've ever seen the Eat Disney Dining review that I do on Paradise Garden Grill, you know that the menu they typically have in place is not much to write home about. However, it gets a total overhaul during this celebration, and now a lot more of a Mexican flair is infused, and it is so much better off. They should just keep this year-round, in addition to the Mexican restaurant that they have in Pacific Wharf. The Paradise Garden stage out here in front of the restaurant was also made over for the Day of the Dead celebration, and you'll notice that this place hosts to a lot of live entertainment that goes on throughout the season, including this fun-loving mariachi band that was here on this day. Full of talent, and definitely worth checking out the next time you are back here at California Adventure. Well, my friends, that about wraps this edition of the Disneyland Drop-In up. Make sure that you are subscribed to us with that notification bell turned on, and if you haven't dropped us a like yet, that's always appreciated. Lots more to come in this Halloween season still, and we can't wait to get back with you once again to cover it all. For the Kingdom Report, I'm Wade Heath. We'll see you next time for another edition of the Disneyland Drop-In.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.